Oh, how's it going? So we're back with the Christy bulb tester here, or the Christy Electronic Tester. And a little snooping revealed quite a bit of information, actually. I found a website. I kind of knew this existed. I want to thank everybody for that basically found the same thing I did and emailed it to me. Appreciate it. So we've got kind of, like I said, this was a kit. We've got how to put it together, sort of-ish, how to operate it, sort of-ish, and then I believe this schematic was not part of the original documentation, so this schematic came from antiqueradio.org. So credit where credit's due. I suppose I could have used fair use and ripped him off, but that's okay. I don't think they'll care. If you get a chance, actually, he's got a very nice little website. It's got some interesting things. So the Christy, I'm just going to start calling it the Christy bulb tester, is not without its perils. I've highlighted this here, and I can't see it very well on the camera because it's pretty shiny out here today. So one of the dangers of this is that the plug is not polarized at all. Now, in the information, let's see, assembly. After you assemble it, how to get killed. Yeah, right there. It has a warning. It says the leads, your test leads, should be treated as live or hot. They're not directly connected to a 110 volt line, but in series with the test lamp. If a 25 watt or less lamp is used, there won't be enough current to pass through the test leads to severely shock you. They'll run a motor. Well, the key word there is severely shock, and that is true. If you follow it here, it goes, we're just going to assume this is the live or hot or active or whatever you want to call it side of mains power or line power. Goes through a fuse, that's a good thing, goes down, and basically here is just a little indicator light. That's this was fine until I came out here, and now the wind is going to pick up and screw up my video. How lovely. So that's just a little indicator light. Anyway, it goes through that what they call a test lamp, which is that socket there, down to one of the leads, the black lead here on the test lead, and then it's out there in the open. So if you get in between these two leads, this is all on the return side here, you'll probably get a little shock, especially at 25 watts. That's actually quite a bit of current. Now, where I have a problem with is if you say you flip this over, and this side is hot, and this side is the neutral return. So this is hot to that lead there, which is the red lead, which is weird. That seems backwards to me. Anyway, if you go from the red lead to ground on a case, or some piece of equipment on your bench or something, that could be a bit of a problem, especially since there's no fuse there. So yeah, use the Christy bulb tester with your own peril. I'm just doing it to dink around with it. I probably will never use these test leads. There's a few other little interesting trinkets here. There's a switch to turn, there's a current meter here to turn it on and off, and I don't know why. There's also a little DC, for lack of a better word, DC power supply, which appears that they use to kind of test caps. Like I said, originally the Christy bulb tester is kind of an appliance tester. It'd be for a small shop, that kind of thing. Like I said, not without its peril. So, yeah, this is kind of interesting too. This is a little, when you're not using the dim bulb tester and when you're using kind of on mains power, there's sort of an indicator here. What this is a current shunt and a little indicator bulb, and this current shunt is about 1/2 ohm. So to get that light to light, you're going to have about, roughly, I believe, about 500 watts. And in the instructions, they tell you to tinker with that light if the appliance you're testing is, too big. Might light that light too bright. And it also warns that could be hot. And I don't mean like hot electrically hot. I mean hot physically hot. The Christy bulb tester is not without its perils. It might be kind of a nasty little toy. So I don't know, I've got a few things I want to tinker with on the inside here. There are a couple things I didn't really care for. So anyway, I just thought I'd show you that real quickie just to bring you up to date. So probably the next thing here is I'm going to go get some little bits of wire and a line cord and see if we can kind of wire this up and see what sort of things can happen. I've actually spotted a couple actually potentially dangerous things inside this other than this, believe it or not. Just some wiring kind of picky errors, for lack of a better word, schoolboy error. So I'm debating whether to wire it up and then point them out, or actually show you how they turn out rather poorly, or wire it up safely and then point them out. I don't know. I might just wire it up wrong and wire it up the way the factory had it and let the good times roll. Anyway, have a groovy day and take it easy.